Chris Philp, it's true to say, isn't there were really sort of two election campaigns. There was traditional media, which had a slightly older demographic, newspapers and so on, and there was newer digital media, which was a way of activating a younger demographic. Would you say it's fair to say that the Tory party won in traditional media but lost the battle in social media?
Yeah, it is fair to say. And in fact, there's some research published today that makes exactly that point. It demonstrates levels of support the parties had depending on how much internet interaction particular groups of people had. And amongst those that didn't have much internet interaction, we did well, even adjusting for age. And amongst people that didn't interact much, the Labour Party won. So it is fair to say we got pretty much crushed on social media.
Is that because of the intrinsic message that the Labour Party had, maybe some policies on tuition fees and so on, or is it because of their better deployment and use of the technology?
Well, I think it's certainly they did a better job just technically getting those messages out. There were more people sort of creatively putting out those videos, and we need to do more of that next time. But they also got some messages out which then went unchallenged. I mean, it's interesting you published the NME clip there. In that interview, Jeremy Corbyn claimed that he would sort out student debt. And then it turned out, meaning can't get rid of it, then it turned out a few weeks later that was completely untrue. Now, had that interview been conducted by you or by Andrew Neil or Joe Coburn, his assertion would have been properly challenged and it would have been exposed for the lie that it was. But because it was just done by a music journalist and it was just played online, that assertion was never challenged. And then a few weeks later, hundreds of thousands of students realised they were sold a pub.
Clive, should online media, this is one of the key issues that people talk about with the rise of Facebook and Google and so on, should it be regulated in the way that broadcast media is? Broadcasting has to adhere to certain standards, Twitter, Facebook and YouTube don't. Is that fair? Is it allowing some politicians, as Chris says, to get away with lies?
Well, I think the other parties are going to expose any lies that are put out on social media. But of course, you have to have rules that people operate within. But there is a freedom on the internet to get a pure message across. One of the things that people on the left would complain about is that we have media moguls like the Barclay brothers, like Rupert Murdoch and others who dominate the media and distort our message. So putting across a pure message direct to the public through social media is a benefit to the Labour Party.
And perhaps social media allows you to reach politicians directly. Guys, we've got to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed for